Let's just reload and see how good this is. That is good. So, the Nocturno now. This weapon, along with all the other Founders weapons, have all recently been buffed in terms of their 6th perk. They've all been changed to make them actually unique and not just reskins of other weapons. This was pretty much a reskin of the Siege Breaker, but now because it has this unique 6th perk, it's actually, you know, worth getting the Founders Edition. Now, what the perks? We have reload speed, crit rating, physical, crit damage, and magazine size. The unique 6th perk is hitting an enemy with this weapon marks them as a target, stacking with each hit. Upon reload, each marked target explodes in a 0.5 tile radius, dealing 65% of weapon damage dealt per mark applied, and removes all marks from the target. Now, that's a bit long-winded. I'm not 1000% sure how this actually works, so there's going to be a bit of trial and error while I'm actually testing this Nocturno out. I've not seen how it works either. Looking at the perks, because you want to reload with this and you want the explosions to go off, reload speed is good. You want that reload speed. And the crit rating, crit damage, extra damage there. We have physical, again, plus 44% damage. And another magazine size. Again, that's quite good. Now, what is the Nocturno? It's a fully automatic, flexible assault rifle capable of handling all types of combat scenarios, high rate of fire with solid accuracy when aiming down sights and firing in controlled bursts. 38% crit chance, 410% crit damage. It's Sunbeam, it's got a 10.8 fire rate, 52 mag size, and a 1.3 reload time, so that's pretty good. Now, before we take this into a mission and just test out this rework, let's have a look at my hero build. Now, it's an assault rifle. I have to bring Sledgehammer to increase our critical damage by 225%. We have Totally Rocking Out to increase our crit rating and heal us, because that's my favourite team perk and it's one of the best in the game. Explosive rounds. Now, I always have explosive rounds on just because I like it, but this one I want to see if once we reload and kill 6 enemies with that, do we also get an additional explosive rounds with it? It might be hard to actually see if it procs because there's already explosions going around, but we'll try and make it work. Survivalist help keep us alive, battle beaten subwafers to make Totally Rocking Out actually work and keep us alive and give us that extra crit rating, and assault damage just to increase the overall damage by 17%. Stationary hover turret and adrenaline rush to keep us alive and just protect us. And we're going in with John Wick because I quite enjoy having random skins on, then getting a lookalike and putting them in the thumbnail. So, well, he's not really a lookalike, he actually is John Wick, so I don't know what I'll put in the thumbnail, probably just Keanu Reeves. So let's take it into a mission and see how good the Nocturno is. Right, we have spawned in our Eliminate and Collect. It's power 132, so that's my first test. Reload. Damage! Okay, you want to get rid of her first. Again, I'm just really trying to figure out how this works. We can tag a load of multiple enemies. Reload. That's good. You didn't die for some reason. Okay. I was told that somebody managed to one-shot the... not Storm King, the little mini-bosses in the Storm King. Not sure if that was true or not. But maybe, obviously, I'm doing it completely incorrectly. Let's just say, one tap you. Right. Okay, I'm probably going to go down here. I'm just figuring out how to get this to work. This is a really bad mission for me to do this in. Right, I'm going to tag everything here. I know. You kind of just want to hit fire, actually. Oh, that is good. Okay, it seems like a weapon you'd probably want to use with a massive amount of enemies like that. Look at that. You reload. Oh, I think that was my thingy. Oh, I think I'm noticing something here. The actual... I know it said they stack, but I was initially thinking that they stack on each individual. They don't double stack. So if I do one shot on him, reload, barely any damage. But if I shoot him multiple times and okay. So they stack on each individual enemy. If we do that, we might be able to not one shot, but in a way. Oh, never mind. I was thinking we might be able to eliminate this Smasher just doing that. There we go. Oh, and we've gone down with him. Okay. Maybe I've gone in the completely wrong mission with this, but I'm just going to keep testing it out because I'm quite liking it. Okay, at this encampment. One tap you and reload. Barely any damage, but we shoot. That was on 7,000. If we shoot twice, though, 62,000. It's very weird with the damage numbers. I'll say that. Oh no, this is what happens when you go in a mission. Wow. Right, so he's stacking explosive rounds with it because we just got 2 explosions there without even reloading, and we definitely didn't eliminate. That didn't blow up them. There's some sort of delay when you do it. It is good though. I am liking it. I'm thinking you could do it in storm shield defenses. Say you're firing down at a spawn. Reload. It's halfway through the reload where it blows them up. So halfway, you could fire it in a spawn. And say there's loads of enemies in there. You're obviously not going to eliminate them, but if you can get, just try and hit as many as possible. There's going to be, what? Up to 52 different explosions depending on your mag size. You can have, I think it's light show. That increases your mag size as well. So you can have even more explosions. So it's a minimum of 52 if that is what your magazine size is. Any enemies I can try and tag. Some over there. Right. If I reload, 419 damage I think that was. But if I do multiple, like this, if I keep trying to stack it on that same lobber. Wow, that is strong. Yeah, so it does stack on that same enemy multiple times. And if you can try and stack it on a lot of enemies. Right, let's try this. Right, this is kind of a smasher test, but a really weird one. And we got absolutely nothing from it, I don't think. Maybe I was a bit too far away. Let's try that again. Unleash on the smasher. Is it manual reload you have to do? You don't really notice the... Actually, it's because... I know. You're not going to do more damage. Okay. You're not going to do more damage from reloading than you are from actually firing, because it's only 65%, isn't it? Maybe that's why it doesn't look like we're doing a lot on the smasher. No! How do you defend against smashers now? I keep going down. This was definitely the wrong mission to do this in. So I'm going to try and get a stack on as many enemies as possible here. Try not to... You know what? That's not as many enemies as possible, but let's try it. So we've got our stacks. We're going to reload. This is kind of what I'm going to use instead of a smasher test. Let's just reload and see how good this is. That is good. It's also like you don't have to... It saves ammo in a way. It's kind of saving ammo. It doesn't seem to stack if there's a shielder on them. Get rid of the shielder. Wipe them out. That is cool. It saves so much ammo. You can just tag a few enemies and then... Okay, that seemed really delayed. You can just tag a few enemies and just then do that. I know, if I could get... I might eat a sub wafer in a moment. That's tons of damage there. Reload, that'll eliminate you. Yeah, I quite like this. It's a very... I'm not going to say I'd use this as a go-to weapon, though. Maybe because I don't know how to use it. Maybe it is really good in the Storm King and I'm using it wrong. But I'm just thinking... there's a certain way to use this. Like that. It's good against smashers. You won't get the full damage off, but if you've done at least, 60% damage, you're probably able to just reload and finish the smasher off, which is very good. Finish you. Not got enough ammo left. Let's reload. And they don't die. No. Now they die. It's a weird weapon. It's nice, though, because this is the only weapon, I think, with this perk on. And that's what the Founders' weapons really needed. Something to actually make them feel unique. Because this was just the exact same as the Siegebreaker. But called Nocturno and with a darker skin. But that kind of became really redundant when you could just add skins onto weapons anyway when they brought the first half of the locker out. But this weapon, pretty cool. Really is. I'm excited to test out the other Founders weapons now. I know the drumroll has something like damage stacks. Let's try this. We're just going to reload. Eliminate. You eliminate so many enemies with it. It's so good because explosive rounds does work with this, as you can see. So when I'm eliminating enemies, I'm getting my explosive rounds. And then when I'm reloading and getting multiple kills with reloading, I'm getting the explosive rounds with a weapon. It's just non-stop explosions. Say if I was doing a 4-player retrieve the data or 4-player deliver the bomb, where enemies are kind of non-stop, or just a really hard storm shield where enemies are non-stop. Could be really good. You constantly be blowing things up every second. Your frame rate will probably go to about 2 FPS, and everyone might get annoyed that the frames are dropping, but it's strong. It's quite a strong weapon. There's no other enemies for me to get. Please, game, give me some enemies. Where are they? There's absolutely nothing spawning either. Is there an encampment nearby? Nope, not nearby. There is some more enemies over here. We're going to try and get... We've got 20 seconds left. We'll try and finish them off. Try and get as many enemies as possible here. There we go. It blows them all up. This could... Ooh, I'm thinking. Would it set off exploders? I'm not sure how exploders work now. I don't think you can actually manually blow them up. Because I know they changed them once or twice. That is good. You can just kind of hip fire down the, like, a corridor and blow them. I think we failed that. You can kind of hip fire down a corridor and then reload and it blows everything up. I would like to know how it works on a exploder though. So I very rarely do like a voiceover thing whilst editing, but I notice this while editing. If you notice here, I shoot the healer lob or whatever you call it. I reload, it explodes, and that little explosion actually tags those two husks next to it. I didn't pick up on this while actually playing, but obviously while editing I picked this up, so just thought I'd have this little voiceover bit before we get to the end. Well, that was the new Nocturno after its, I don't know if you call it a rework or a buff. It's kind of a singular perk change, so we'll call it a rework. But I quite enjoyed that. It's very specific how you have to use it because of the reload, but it saves ammo. You can just hip fire down a tunnel. This will be very very useful in those missions where there's so many enemies. So you're usually using like a launcher, so like a jacker launcher or something, just to try and clear that many enemies. This will be fantastic. You fire down like a tunnel. You shoot down a trap tunnel if it's safe. You reload, blow. It should blow everything up. And if you have explosive rounds with it as well, you would reload, blow all the enemies that have been marked. And then it kind of stacks with explosive rounds. So then every 6 eliminations, explosive rounds is going to proc and blow even more enemies up and deal even more damage, which is very nice that it does actually stack with that. I like how there's... The description of the 6th perk was a bit long-winded, but I still don't think it was explained enough. But it stacks both with multiple enemies, so it can stack to 1 to I don't know how many, let's say 52 enemies, because that's our mag size. But it also, you can have 52 stacks on a single enemy as well, which will only really work against smashers or blasters or something with a high health. But yeah, I quite like this. Very certain way you have to use it. I'll probably use this one in those higher level missions with tons of enemies where you do get overwhelmed. But I'm going to leave this here. Do let me know what you guys thought of this. And as always, thank you for watching.